Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Finley, and if you haven't been here before and never seen any of my videos, this is something that I've kind of newly started with my channel, which my channel is pretty new. It's only a few months old, but within the last month, the other day I was just sitting and I was like, you know what, I have something that I want to share, and it's not long enough to be a podcast, so I'll just post it on my vlog channel. So I kind of talked about how important it is and what you're putting your worth in. And then people commented and they were like, oh my gosh, I love this, and I was like, you know what, I'll just, anytime I think of a topic that I want to talk about like that, I will do that. And I only have not long to do this, but it's okay, I will still try and get it done. But what I wanted to talk about is basically the difference between the world standards of saying that you're pretty and then God, you being confident and knowing that you're pretty because of how God made you. And so yeah, I just kind of wanted to give my whole thing on that. And basically if you're not in God's word every day and you're not putting, obviously, like I said last time, your worth into him, you're not gonna believe that you're pretty by his standards. And no one's gonna believe that they're pretty by the world standards. No one's ever gonna think they're good enough. No one's ever gonna think they measure up, which is kind of funny to me that I'm doing this while I do my makeup. It's well, you're putting on makeup, obviously, yes, I put on makeup, but I don't put on makeup because I feel like I have to. I put on makeup because I like to put on makeup. If there are days when I wake up and I don't feel like I want to wear makeup to school or do anything, then I just don't. If there are days that I get up and I don't want to do my hair, I don't. And so yeah, just basically that's kind of my whole point. But diving into it a little bit more is you need to affirm yourselves. A love language is words of affirmation, and not look for that in other people, because if you're looking for affirmation from the world, then you're never going to be satisfied. And if you're looking for affirmation from anything but God and but what his word says about you, you're not going to find it, and you're just going to be led astray and be led insecure. But that also comes from who are you surrounding yourself with, which can totally be another whole other conversation. But who you surround yourself is so important, because are those people going to bring you up or tear you down? And not necessarily just be oh, you're ugly, oh, you're not pretty, all this stuff, but are they going to be when you don't feel you measure up? Are they going to point you towards God and be hey, look, this is where you should be finding your worth right now? Or are they going to point you towards oh, then you need to buy this and do this and then you will be? But those are all just lies that the devil wants you to believe, but none of them are true. Look up Bible verses, be words of affirmation of be words, sorry, I can't say this, but words of affirmation of believing that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, believing that I'm beautiful because that's how God made me to be. And if you don't believe that over yourself, let me go ahead and tell you right now that you are beautiful and that you are fearfully and wonderfully made in God's image, and he made you with a purpose. And that purpose is to serve him. And so if you're looking for your purpose and anything but that, you're not going to find it. I'm kind of going off into your purpose here, but if you are wanting a devotional with tons of verses of affirmation just on every part of your life, then get Sadie Robertson's Live on Purpose devotional. That's the one I'm going through right now. I actually have been going through it for quite a long time, because I started it a year and a half ago and then took a very long break in it and then restarted it at the beginning of the summer and have been working through it, and I'm almost finished with it. So yeah, just the whole spiel of today, I guess, is just know that feeling pretty is different from looking pretty, or feeling pretty is being confident and knowing that God made you who he made you to be, and he made each of us with wonderful bodies that are able to go out and hang out with friends and do sports and all of the things, and we need to have confidence in that. I know I'm soaking myself in this right now, but I do that every day. And yeah, versus being I'm not pretty because this is what the world standards of pretty is, and that's not what I look like. And so just know that you are pretty, and yeah, you need to find your worth in Jesus and not in anything else. So thank you guys so much for listening, and let me know if there are any other things that you guys want to hear about.